Hello and welcome to Efficient Strategy Gaming. Today we're going to do a video on how to grind the Spanish Civil War as Germany. So let's get into it here. We are in vanilla right now with no mods, and the Spanish Civil War has kicked off. It is July 17th, 1936. For the Spanish Civil War to start, it has to be after February 16th, 1936. And the mean time for the Spanish Civil War to start is 151 days. So we're around 151 days after that February 16th, 1936 timeframe. And I have right-clicked on Nationalist Spain and hit the Send Volunteers button there. And it looks like we can send 3 divisions. And that, how many divisions you can send to the war is modified by how many divisions you have total. So I think I tested this. I had only 40 divisions total as Germany. Then I spawned a bunch of extra divisions and I went from 2 to 3 divisions. So we have a total of 57 divisions now. So I put out an extra 16 divisions and it allowed me to send another division to the Spanish Civil War. And what you want to do is send as many divisions as possible because you'll be able to grind your generals' traits more the more divisions that you have. What you want to be careful of, you do not want world tension to spike greater than 10% because the allies will get bonuses to their focus tree when the world tension is greater than 10%. So they tell you right here how much world tension is going to spike if you send 3 divisions, and it is 0.5%. We're at 3% world tension, so that's only going to be 3.5%. So we're safe there. As you can see, the air volunteers does not modify world tension, so you can always just send air volunteers, and it looks like it's 193 air volunteers that we can send. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that. It's going to take 14 days for the infantry divisions to get over there. And then we're going to take one of our air groups here and then set that down to 93 to have as many planes over there over Spain as possible. Okay, so while the troops are down there, we're going to send our air volunteers. Make sure to use more ground crews. Make sure to spread the air volunteers out. And I like to use tactical bombers because they can reach a wider area and have a higher impact, basically. And you're going to start grinding air experience immediately, even if your troops aren't over there. And that's because they are supporting the Spanish divisions that you see here. And since they are tactical bombers, they're able to spread out and basically cover a wider area. Okay, the 3 divisions have spawned, and I'm going to go ahead and just put them in kind of 3 different regions here. And what I like to typically do is put them up as close to the battles as possible. And I like to also control B and make sure that they have strategic redeployment set. And what I like to do is wait till they get about halfway on their organization. And then I do a Control-Alt-click. And I have them support attack. So the reason why I spread them out and I have them support attack is A, this division is able to get into the battle quicker, and B, if I'm not attacking in one concentrated area, the Spanish Civil War tends to last a little bit longer if you spread out your troops and you don't push. So again, I do Control B to strategically redeploy the troops so they get up to the front lines quicker, and then I do Control-Alt right-click in order to have the units support attack instead of regular attack so that they don't push. And this will make the Spanish Civil War go longer. Now, why are we doing this in the first place? Well, we're doing this so that we get traits on generals. These are the different traits here, and it looks like for von Manstein, for instance, you could add a trait. I am going to promote von Manstein because he's a good field marshal after you promote him. And I'm going to put him as the field marshal over my volunteer troops here. Now, I've also chosen von Witzelben to grind as well because he's a good general to grind, and you can get infantry expert on him very quickly, depending on what mod that you're playing with, and if there's pre-ground generals or not. You may or may not want to choose Witzelben, but the mods that I usually play with already have a good tank leader, so I'm just going to demonstrate with von Witzelben here. Von Manstein is also very good in vanilla to grind with, unless you have a field marshal that is better because he's pre-ground. But for vanilla, we're going to choose these two right here. And what's going to happen here is that you're going to see that your army experience is going to increase and your air experience is going to increase. And the air experience is increasing quite quickly. Let's put him back into the battle there. And the other thing that's going to happen is you can hover over the general or the field marshal's picture and you can see that they are grinding different traits. So depending on what area that you're attacking, you will grind different traits. If you're attacking over a river, you will grind improv expert. If you're attacking into a forest, you will grind ranger. If you're attacking into a hill, you will grind hill fighter. So you kind of get what happens there in the different areas that you're grinding. So if you're really good and you're really paying attention, you can grind different traits. Now what happens here is as your general grinds here, they're going to get more experience. And with every level here, like Witzelben is a 4, it's going to be harder the next level to grind experience because this is going to increase as you grind. So that's something to think about. And see how von Manstein is doing here. So von Manstein actually is not grinding anything yet that I can tell, because nothing is coming up, but it looks like he's probably grinding experience. Let's see here. So he's grinding a little bit of experience, but he's not grinding any traits because he is not the general, which is fine. And our army experience and air experience is increasing very quickly, so that's great. It looks like we've been able to collapse this area. So after we collapse this area down, I would just move this division up. And you just want to make sure that your air is over areas that you're attacking with your divisions, because you'll be able to grind a little more air XP that way. So we'll move him up to the front line, Control B. That does sacrifice organization, but it gets the troops up to the line quicker. If we are just one province away, I don't worry about Control B, because we'll just preserve our organization. And that's pretty much it about grinding. You're going to keep on rinsing and repeating that process, getting your divisions up to the front line as quickly as possible. Now, if you're a newer player, what you might be asking is, well, what do I do with the army experience? Well, if you're playing a mod like L Wolf, you get division templates upgrades for free, but in like vanilla, you can upgrade your division templates, and probably what you're going to be thinking about is going 40 with tank divisions. So this will give you the army XP to build out like a 40 width tank division or like a heavy tank division. What you can do with the air experience, as you can see, I'm rushing fighter 2 there, is when you get fighter 2, you'll have the option to upgrade that. I will just demonstrate for you guys real quickly. So we have fighter 1s right now. What you can do is use the air experience to upgrade the fighter 2s when you get those, and then put the variant into production. I know that that's fighter 1, but you can do that with any variant, and you can actually do those with tanks as well. If you have extra army experience, you can also do upgrades to your tank. So that's quite nice as well. And that's kind of the point of grinding the Spanish Civil War as Germany. And then also, like it looks like Witzelbin is going to get infantry expert. You can add that extra trait to Witzelbin. And then your field marshal will also get experience faster and upgrade faster because he participated in this war as well. So again, we do not just attack. We only support attack, and that will make the war last longer. We also do not upgrade the traits on the field marshal and the general, because that will also not push as much and make the war last longer. So I hope this helps you guys out. This can be used in MP or SP. There's a lot of different ways to grind, but hopefully this is a good overview for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.